Today, we are listening to The Boy Who Played the Harp by Dave. I am so excited for this. It's currently 7:32, probably the earliest, no, definitely the earliest I've ever recorded a reaction, but for good reason. Dave is truly one of my favorite artists, and I'm so ready to hear from him again. I know we got the EP with Central C, but that that's different, you know. It's been a long time now. Was it 4 years since his last album? And I'm curious to see where he's at. If you want to see this uncut in its entirety, then that is available over on Patreon for just $3, and you could have watched it a bit earlier. But without further ado, let's get into this. Track one, Dave, and of course, James Blake, History.
This is God's plan, he said it to me. An angel either side of my bed in a dream, singing, you don't know where you're yet to achieve, and you're destined for some shit you would never believe. Now the garden same size as Adam and Eve's. I got trees, a forest, you better believe.
Okay. Just an atmosphere and an energy that's so cinematic that he's able to build. We're going again.
This is God's plan, he said it to me. An angel either side of my bed in a dream, singing, you don't know where you're yet to achieve, and you're destined for some shit you would never believe. Now the garden same size as Adam and Eve's. I got trees, a forest, you better believe. For the bass and the treble, I treble the fee. I can't wish my ex the best, she would end up with me. How can I sleep when there's money to get with the team? You disrespect the 16, your head on the beam. For the lust of the money, the head of the queen. I done shit I didn't think I could ever redeem. I'm from South where they struggle with saying your name, but it's easy when pronouncing you dead on the scene. So when you see me on these stages stepping in clean, I hope
you know it's history in the making. Shall we make
it? That production's so crisp. I'm so excited, man.
yeah. And when they talk on my name in this country, they gon' tell you that I'm already a legend. Strut 'em that I'm reppin', clean stepping. Bro, you need to forget it. Fuck eco-friendly, my car eco-aggressive. And my ego aggressive, you better leave me a message. Yeah, you done it for a year, but that ain't impressive. I give a fuck about success if it ain't successive, that ain't. City's gonna listen on repeat. Gone a couple summers so they miss me on a beat. It don't matter if she pretty and petite. If she ain't beat, she can't even kiss me on the cheek. Mum said never build a house on sand, but I don't think I listen, cause the villas by the beach. And I did it off of beats, I just whip it and I screech. Anytime you see my niggas in the streets,
you know it's history.
I hold my hand closed, I'm inspired, and I'm holding on to a version of our lives where you're still mine.
You know it's history.
This chorus is killer. Really simple, but
Shall we make it?
my mum told me what my name really means, and the powers just kicked in. Got me thinking back to days when I was a victim to this thing. Thinking I was keeping it balanced, I was even embarrassed. Selling CDs in Paris, don't be a hero, I ain't looking to hurt anyone. I got a clean one and I got a dirtier one. I never see a man late to his own funeral, but I don't see a man show up early to one. I prefer the one that's slim, but I don't mind me the curvier one. Yeah, and I'm coming from the south of the river where the sky is black. If not for the history that we made, they wouldn't like rap. Niggas trying to water down our thing, it's time to fight back. For 70 hours I've been stepping with powers, and it's definitely ours. It's time you mention my name, better know that you're playing with pepper. He borrowed a mill and I told him to pay me, and never knew it was different from the moment we came in. And you can quote me cause I said it verbatim. The woman with me like a Renaissance painting, I'm Michelangelo's David. And anytime you mention me in a statement, you better know that it's
History.
wow. Okay, that is a very strong opener, a real scene setter. James Blake, fantastic as ever. complements Dave so well. There's an energy in how he's rapping. He sounds focused. There's real clarity. I'm excited for what's to come. Track 2, 175 Months.
And Stephanie, she lived at 14, and he lived at number 17, and I was number 12. When I used to think that if I skip church, I go to hell. So when they ask about grief and how it feels, I know it well. I missed this 10th anniversary in 2024. I know the value of this picture, we ain't getting any more. Then I go and I get angry, God, like why'd you take him for? He was just a baby, all these emotions that I'm feeling, it's the strength I pray for. God, for anyone that's with us that can vouch, I pray for. Pray that I feel less lonely in this house I prayed for. I pray that. Yeah. With this cross that you bear on me, can you look after my mum? She probably used her last prayer on me. Can't let the devil in. There's repentance in the Bible, God remind my exodus. Feel like we was meant for this. Move mountains and boulders. We at the majors where our parents getting older. May they never need a shoulder. I
absolutely would have missed that if it wasn't for the bio read. That is crazy.
Can't let the devil in. There's repentance in the Bible, God remind my exodus. Feel like we was meant for this. Move mountains and boulders. We at the majors where our parents getting older. May they never need a shoulder. I done shit I can't condone. Wrote sermons on my own. I'm in church, more worried about the service on my phone. And on judgment day, are you gonna riot in my sins? Come my nigga, he got cancer and I'm lying to his kids. God, I'm trying but it hits me in my heart. I done lost so many niggas that's been with me from the start. Then I pray for quick change and I ain't even tried fast. All I ever did was ask, shattered glass, crucifixes on my chest. Prayed to purchase a protect for my church, you cut a check. How am I trying to pray for Congo with these diamonds on my neck? As a father and as a son, pray that I can show him how to love a woman through his mum, because I never got the chance. And I just want the best for my 3 little nieces that I carry on my chest. I'm praying for my managers, I'm praying for their wives, cause God knows that they're the ones that sacrifice their lives. I would've said their names, but God, you know who I mean. I'm praying for my brothers, God protect us on the streets. I had the steak at Carbone and didn't pray before I eat. It's like I call you when I need you, when I don't, we don't speak. Ground rules for my niggas found schools back at Lambeth Town Hall. I helped him pray, but didn't know that it was on my downfall. So when I'm ice cold, with no blood inside my veins, numbers on my days, will I say I love this life of rain? I'm just praying that my purpose can justify my pain. I'm just praying that my purpose can justify my pain. Christ, I don't know what to say to you. I pray to you, forgive me for the days I had a reason to. And I ain't had faith in you, you did it for the sake of me. And how I've forsaken you, I prayed for new shoes and I used them to walk away from you. You made it out of drugs, sought the pen for the needles. And I just found a different way to poison my people. You could say it's testimony that I'm telling them my story, but how we selling them the devil still giving God the glory. Can I pray?
Wow. What an ending.
Can I go on top of the drums? On top of those other men? Yeah.
This is hardly a Nostradamus type insight, but I foresaw this type of energy, this type of track, when I saw the cover and the title. It's something I keep seeing, or noticing at least, in just my day-to-day life. I'm finding this interest in what a godless society looks like. I'll describe myself as agnostic rather than atheist, whereas growing up I was definitely atheist, and that's kind of shifted now. The idea of God and Christianity is something that I increasingly find more interesting, and that ending line was just so poignant about how we're selling them the devil, still giving God the glory. And that's something I've reflected on with a lot of the music that I've taken in. It's a constant conflict, really. And the music side of things, again, production sounded incredible. Those drums in the outro were so good. That sounds like a Jim Legacy edition. Who's on the next track? But Dave just loves to do this thing, doesn't he, where the song's like over and then he'll just like add in a new element to the instrumentation, on like Hangman and Screwface Capital, where it just like gives the song a new lease of life when you think it's over. But next, track 3, No Weapons, featuring the great Jim Legacy.
Go check my CV, hunting on her LV Speedy. She got a BBL. If I put that chick on a BMX now, she really. I got it on me. If you see me, I'm them are getting too touchy feely. Yeah, speaking freely, I left it behind. My people need me, and
Life never showed me the T's and C's.
never show me the decency.
Had no one like Alicia Keys. I've been locked in with no sleep.
Mum said back by the evening, please. We don't need them streets, they're the reason. South London, it's RIPs and freezing G's, and I can for my Jesus peace. There's
Weapons. No weapon that's been fashioned against me shall prosper. My niggas had to
more stacks for them, yeah. More platinum plaques for them. This didn't happen by accident. Any tongue that rise against me gonna fall, and that's why a man can't chat to them. Wait, I'm talking about minimum spend. Rude boy, I'm trying to find out the maximum. Jot that down, been there so I can't pop that down. What you know about mum ain't got cash, so you gotta go shopping in Lost and Found. Slow down, rude boy, you don't know me. Cut through Southwest on a low key. Cordons on my estate, we doing carpool karaoke. I'm in the middle of the party, but I don't dance. In France, I got a sexy one tryna flirt and distract me from the righteous path. Still want one of them Clermont twins. The allegations are dark, but at least I know she gon' do me and my dog. God forgive me, I don't mean that. Let me face my Bible and sing my psalms. Can't let nobody read my palms. Ain't none of them pagan beliefs. I just wanna say that I built something I could give to my kids that I gave to my niece. So her name's on a lease, and my mum sees words of the prayers that we keep, and they sound like
weapons.
Again, you got the religious element, but this time it's in the hook, and it's got like a vibey beat. I don't have much to say. I don't think about that one. It's just a nice track. Track 4 now. This is a big one. Dave and Kane are on the same track. I'm surprised we haven't got this yet. Or maybe we have, and I've just missed it. But I don't think this has happened before, right? A long time coming. Chapter 16. Let's go.
wag you on the 52nd floor just to take the piss. And somehow we've had to deal with higher stakes than this. You're the reason that I take the risk. Had me on your tour team. I studied you since I was 14. I wanna know what life was like in your teens. We shared dreams, and even when we shared screens, I couldn't get no FaceTime. I got questions like, how'd you do it? Can't teach, strong common sense. Eating healthy, can't we trust our guts more than we trust our friends? Many frauds, lot of men fake, lot.
Wow. We're starting again here. I'm gonna miss so much on this first listen, but when I do catch it, it's so good, man. The ambience in the restaurant, James Blake comes.
Wag you on the 52nd floor just to take the piss. And somehow we've had to deal with higher stakes than this. You're the reason that I take the risk. Had me on your tour team. I studied you since I was 14. I wanna know what life was like in your teens. We shared dreams, and even when we shared screens, I couldn't get no FaceTime. I got questions like, how'd you do it? Do you have regrets? Like, what's your life like? See, mine was like the sun setting. Pray the moonshine, it's the prohibition, no ignition. Ran for 2 parties, it's the coalition. Rum and Red Bull, like Max Verstappen, but the race is different, taste is different. It's adult dances in my pole positions. Young is dying like they saved the game and could reload the mission. Wearing jewelry, heard they're plotting on me when I walk my ends in South London. Something you can't teach, strong common sense. Eating healthy, can't we trust our guts more than we trust our friends? Many frauds, lot of men fake, lot of imitators, innovators. Take that shit to heart like defibrillators. Pa, pa, pa. Mothers shed tears and don't sleep for days, weep for days, and killers celebrate with ID parades. Then you got this C in our face, and this pressure I inherited from you. It sounds funny, but it's true. I loved you on the big screen, but bro, I want you back. Cause what acting game with you, we done lost in
You
rap.
got a lot of years ahead of you. Some years are worse than you and some are better you. Turn the other cheek, must the man be the bigger man? I know we struck the fire, but that's the massive giants. These be guessing, take it on the chin. You're an Aston buyer, and I'm biased. But my generation got the classic writers. Your gen, that's mostly your pen. You're the rap messiah, you and Simbi. Go grab the accolades that they would never give me. But that's the never story. I ain't goated for the glory. Couple trophies in my storage. Poor me, Ivan Novello don't rate a man, so be it. I was in 03 on a mic getting lordy. You think you would have flourished in my era at 140? It's great to break your love with you, swap knowledge. But sorry I didn't make no time back at Troxy. I watched your sound check that day, I saw promise. Then I came to your O2 show, I saw polish. Donny, I know what the same cloth is, I know what the game offers. Raise boffin, make offin, the sunshine to the leg and coffin. Legacy. Would they remember me, Dave?
Well, I guess we don't know, that's why we wake up, go get it by ourselves. And I'd love to tell you yes, but bro, I question that myself. Health, wealth, happiness, all somebody really needs. And some water I could give to my seed. Heart cold like Courchevel, Chanel, tortoise shell glasses that I bought this girl toured the world. Love, I can't seem to find it. This the shit I do for women, I don't even like them. Bro, I need some guidance.
Guide, bro, I ain't no relationship advisor, but all of this defense won't make you striker. God loves a trier, David loves a liar, but even the Harp's half a heart, so I could Cupid fire. Hey, where's she from this time? Do your thing, bro. Every time I see you, new ting, bro. Cause you don't date, you do a lingo.
Big bro, I don't know where you got that info, but that wasn't me. I need that in record and in writing. But still I love the game, it's enticing. I moved out west and it's nice, and these days we
your
drive.
lifestyle bougie. I used to push a silver Porsche with 2 seats. Got a Max Cozy baby seats in an SUV. You know I've been Nige and I never had a goosey.
Your blood, what was you eating?
Fried plantain.
You ain't had the pepper suit, G, and it's plantain, but trust me, that's all Gucci. Listen, I was in Jamaica having cow foot soup in the middle of Greenwich like I'm a real ghetto you. Touch Uptown Monday and my Achilles gone shoot. I don't fuck with the ganja, still I'm building up a zoo. Look for more, catch up and make beats. Cause the fans, they miss you, I know the fans, they miss me. Let's make a track about this dinner and the stamp you gave me and base it on the book of Samuel. Call it chapter 16 if you're down.
So who's gonna get this one then? 5-10 years down the line, they got time.
Wow, that's so sick that we got that. What a cool concept. I feel like I've not heard a track like that before. It would be like if Pound Cake was Drake and Jay-Z having dinner together and they were just rapping a conversation, like, and it felt so conversational, especially when they're going back and forth at the end. If someone asks, would you rather 10 grand or dinner with Dave and Kano, you can now just take the 10 grand because we have it. I'm enjoying this album. I think it's gonna have quite mixed reviews, I feel like, but I mean, we're only 4 tracks in. I really like it, and I know there'll be a lot of people that really like it, but I think there's also going to be a certain audience that are not here for this. Track 5, Rain Dance. Is this going to be the hit? I feel like it's going to be the hit.
Babe, let me ask your pardon. This ain't Gucci, this is Prada, darling. If you want something, you can ask me, darling. And you started laughing cause you think I'm joking, but looking in your eyes, that's the best thing. Bright lights giving you the red skin. You was in a bad mood when we stepped in. Girl, you checked out before we even checked in. On the phone, you gon' vent to your best friend, the one who gave me the lecture. But I ain't gon' sweat you, babe, I'm a lecture. Catch up with your boy, undress you, and let me tell you why I'm a blessing.
The way my mind falling away in my heart, I know you feel the same way you're with me. You know I'm all you need. You're where I wanna be, my darling. Can't you see? I love you.
Thames' voice
I love you.
is too good, man.
I love you. Tell me why you're so in denial. Hold me close, don't tell me goodnight. Are you down and get me? Tell me when you're ready. I'm ready.
We can get into it, and we can get intimate. The shower when you singing it, better than Beyonce. I like the sound of fiance. You know it's got a little ring to it, and really when I think of it, growing up I didn't ever see marriages. No weddings, no horse, no carriages. I wanna do things different and change the narrative. God knows you are a wild child, beautiful child, I need your help. Looking like you come from the 90s by yourself. My mum's 61 and her favourite line to tell her son is sometimes she wished that she had a girl. I wanna take her back to her.
That's an interpolation. I don't know where from. Oh, is it Drake? Yeah, it is. Oh, from Time. Yes.
Wild child, beautiful child, I need your help. Looking like you come from the 90s by yourself. My mum's 61 and her favourite line to tell her son is sometimes she wished that she had a girl. I wanna take you back to a time, back to a trip. You had that white wine that I never got to sip, and dinner wasn't ruined cause you never got the pick. I know that everybody tell me that I'm sick cause
The way my mind falling away in my heart, I know you feel the same way you're with me. You know I'm all you need. You're where I wanna be,
Im's voice is just a blessing, and nice to get a true love song from Dave. Very heartfelt, very fitting to come off the back of Chat 16, where they're talking about the girl. All very nice up to this point. But now we're going into track 6, Selfish, which the bio said, where Dave sort of takes a step back, looks at himself and analyses this. I mean, it's got potential to go dark, but he sounds at peace so far. But this could change. James Blake is back as well.
What if I'm selfish? What if I'm the reason behind it? What if I'm overprotected with family because of how mine is? What if I'm jealous? Maybe that's what's making me nervous. What if my effort of pulling you closer, pushing you further? What if I'm selfish? What if the reason they call me the greatest is also the reason that me and you living on different pages? What if I'm too much? What if I settled and I didn't fight? What if my fear of doing it wrong's the reason I haven't been doing it right? What if I'm selfish? What if the kids just wanna be kids and don't wanna live in and out of the news and chill and don't even wanna be rich? And what if I'm so self-centered that I don't even realize what I could miss? And what if I'm falling in the abyss? Maybe it's maybe it's dark, maybe it's day, maybe it's too many nights in LA. Look at the house, it's sorry it's still all of the feelings we hid in the hills. Maybe it's you, maybe it's me, maybe the media or the provoking. Gave you my heart, I laid it bare. Funny you went and you poked it. What if it's better with me out of way? What if it's better with me out of, like, what if it's better with me out of way? What if I'm poison? What if I'm cancer? What if I'm dangerous and I'm wild? Look in my eyes and seeing a child. What if he's broken? What if he's scared? What if he's ostracized and vilified? See, peace is just an illusion. Ain't got a home, I live in confusion. What if I'm selfish?
Forever, forever, forever. I manage the symptoms forever. Gain away. Go with you to the carriage. I wanna give you my life, or at least something to cherish. But what if I'm selfish?
I've done a lot of things I regret, like announcing I'll split on a text. Don't know why, but I still buy gifts for my ex. Watching the stories to see if she checks. I'm a mess, I don't know if my head's in a game. She told me don't mention her name, I'm suggesting the same. I'ma get through the pain, wanna see the sunshine, gotta get through the rain. Bag full of trauma, I left on the train. I'm ashamed for the days that I said that I changed. I'm a cheat, sat in a therapist chair crying like a baby in the middle of a Harley Street. Like I'm fighting a sickness that I can't beat, I'm this low. And then I go mad, reflection telling me I'm just like my dad. And this white woman telling me it ain't so bad. Middle of my sentence, she cut me off like, sorry David, we don't have any more time. The appointment till 4 and it's 3:55, bro. I feel like she wouldn't even care if I died. Man, I tried all this therapy shit, man, I tried all this therapy shit, bro. I know, wouldn't even say I'm depressed, but I'm low in the Grove, the casino and Edgware Road. I've got too many sins to atone and a voice in my head like, at this point, bro, you should have been rich, like, at this point, bro, you should have had kids, like, at this point, should have built you a life, like, look around you, don't you feel you're behind, like, look around you, don't you feel you're behind, like, look around you, don't you feel like, what if I never find love? Don't know if it's scarier, the four of us two together or being alone. I'm so used to being alone. What if I'm somebody nobody wants? What if I'm damaged, or what if I waited too long and I'm old on me? What if I'm cold on me? What if I cut off the hand that I hold on me? What if I'm rapidly spiraling, tired and jaded? Or what if I'm faded? Or what if anxiety's growing inside me, that I might have left all my besties behind me? Or what if I'm scared as I touch 27 that you don't appear in my idea of heaven? Or what if I'm selfish?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That last verse really brought it home. It's a lot to process on a first listen. That's one thing I've always really appreciated about Dave, is his vulnerability and willingness to just be totally open. You see that he still has the same thoughts and the same worries as the rest of us. And Dave, Brit winner at like 21, 22 or something, is worried about feeling behind and the cold reality of that therapist section. At the end of the day, you are just paying someone for a service. And anyway, let's not go on a tangent about the ethics of therapy. Fantastic track. Let's keep going into, well, I assume we're only going to go deeper into the psyche of Dave with My 27th Birthday.
I'm out in Barbados, white people mistreating locals. The villa in Jamaica, but it's owned by the Chinese. Head to the right beach and they're charging us 5 each. They say the Caribbean paradise, like why leave? But how can I be silent when there's blood on the pine trees? Most of us would sacrifice our soul for the right fees. Before I find love, I'm just praying I find peace. Before I find love, I'm just praying I find peace. You know what I believe, I don't know if I handled it well. It's fuck Coca-Cola, did I stop drinking Fanta as well? I can see the blood on the lyrics I write for myself. I cried about slavery, then went to Dubai with my girl. Surely I ain't part of the problem, I lied to myself. Jewels that my people died for are a sign of my wealth. My work is a physical weight on my life and my health. The last couple years feel like I've been inside on a shelf. I just phoned Sench and I said you inspired myself. I don't feel a spot of jealousy inside of myself. But when I'm all alone, I won't lie, I question myself. Am I self-destructive? Am I doing the best for myself? I know I love music, but I question the rest of myself. Hero and villain, I'm playing both in a script worthy of Oscar and Hollywood nominations. I'm throwing money at women in different denominations and killing the conversation. All them people told me keep grinding, be patient. It's weird being famous, trying to navigate the spaces. Feel like a celebrity, but you ain't on the A-list. And you never drop, so you ain't really on the playlist. But your fans love you, you can see it on their faces. America feels so close that you can taste it. 2017 was trying to make it to the Rangers. 2025 I'm trying to make it to the Grangers. How do I explain me and my soulmate are strangers that we've already met and I've known her for ages? How do I explain because I'm running out of pages? How do I explain South London and its dangers? Can't recall the last time that we was all together, but all I can remember the Olympics was in Beijing. Moved to Dubai, that's for the taxes that they take in. Or moved to Qatar, feel the breeze on the beach. But how can I explain to my kids that it's fake win? Free but I'm broke, have me feeling like I'm caged in. How do I explain 2 pounds got you 8 wings? How do I explain my ops lost but we ain't win? Girls I'm around had surgery on their hips. How do I explain that I love her the way she is? How do I explain my feelings on having kids? That it wasn't what it was, but it is what it is. How do I explain my niggas are in the hood and they don't ask for nothing even though they know they could? Cause they rather trap, rob and get it on their own. Staring at this Rachel Jones painting and I'm sitting down. The last thing I drew was a weapon, I'm living wild. Turned 27 but I feel like I'm still a child. In this house out in central London I can barely afford. 6 months sober and I feel like I'm Dave again. Drinking all my pain and my sorrows away again. I got withdrawal symptoms but they happen at ATMs. Next 2 years I'll be looking at ATMs. Who's the best artist in the world? I'm saying Thames. Maybe James Blake or Jim on the day, depends. Let's see who quits now we ain't getting paid again. Yeah, I'm just here drinking liquor by myself. Is my music just becoming a depiction of my wealth? Never trust a girl whose lock screen's a picture of herself. I had to learn that shit myself. Now I'm sitting by myself with no girl. Like shit, I really did this to myself. 27 and I'm terrified of living by myself. Cause there's a kid inside myself I haven't healed. And me and him debate each other. I can't love myself, I'm made from 2 people that hate each other. My parents couldn't even save each other, made each other unhappy. Used to be excited by the block, but size doesn't matter. You supplying it or not, sling a shot. I could've really killed a giant with a rock, but that's a life that I forgot. And my young boys are sliding over what? I don't know, cause I ain't spoke to him in time. Ain't afraid of getting older, scared of being left behind. And then I question, will I live my life and resent? Is anybody ever gonna take my kindness for strength? I gave Tisha the world, it weren't enough and then she went. Everybody's making content, but nobody's content. Safe space, can I vent? It crept up. My girl cheated on me when I was next up. It made me want it even more, man, it's messed up. I'm still walking around a veil with my chest out. I don't wanna leave my house because I'm stressed out. It's me who's gotta carry the pressure, I live with that. All I thought about is the song we could give the fans when I was out there getting stood up by artists I'm bigger than. I don't want no girls around when my nieces they visit, man. They might see the way that I'm living, I figured that. I wanna be a good man, but I wanna be myself too. And I don't think that I can do both, so I can't let her too close. It hurts, but I'm still moving. Feel like it's me versus me and I'm still losing. Still losing, still losing, still losing, still losing, still losing.
Yo, my boy, it's Josiah, what are you saying? You know man, I had to check you on your fucking birthday, my boy. More life, my guy. Man, soon out, don't even watch that. While I'm gone, make sure she's safe. Hey, soon home, my boy. Love.
Yeah, there's so much here that it's going to take a lot of listens to digest. But overall, it's the words of someone living with a lot of conflict, and it's deeply human. These birthday tracks always deliver, and I'm just very grateful ultimately that he shares this much of himself, because I think it's just so valuable for people who can relate to these feelings. Like there's a lot in here I can't relate to in terms of situations he's lived, but the emotions he feels and the questions he asks himself, I think many, many people can relate to. And it can act as therapy for a lot of people. So very, very grateful for that. We've got 3 tracks to go now. I'm going to finish my drink. Still with me? If you are, thank you. I appreciate you more than you know. Okay, track 8, Marvelous. We're going to get the story of Josiah.
He feel marvelous. He robbed a man and he feel marvelous. Josiah, only 17, he got that dog in him.
We are.
I used to see him at my church, it was just margin him. We know this kid for kicking ball and he was hard. He could've made a professional, had a trial, we told him you got a chance. My God, we said the streets ain't nothing nice, he said let's see. He's trying to take a trip and put that to the test. He's trying to turn 4.5 into a 9.
That beat. That beat. Let's start again.
Marvelous. He robbed a man and he feel marvelous. My God, we said the streets ain't nothing nice, he said let's see. He's trying to take a trip and put that to the test. He's trying to turn 4.5 into a 9. Divide that shit into decimals, make it stretch. First time I ever met him, I said he's blessed. But if he can't even keep it real with himself, am I shocked if he's lying to me? Ask my young boy what he's trying to be. And he don't want a good girl, he want a hoe. He don't want a good job, he want a gun. And he don't want a kick ball, he want a bar. And he don't wanna make friends, he want a gang. And he don't wanna stack bread, he wanna bang. How my young boy so different, I don't know, but I pray God guide him. How my young boy so different, I don't know, but I pray he feel incredible. He's showing man, he feel incredible. Josiah trapping 22 into he's terrible.
Subject and content is like so tragic, but sonically it sounds so good. It plays into this conflict of he's doing these terrible things and feels great. The lyrics are like very down, but the mood of the song feels up.
Now he's doing numbers on his phone, got youngers of his own. A Glock the man and bought him and a Russian of his own. He's got some pagans that he beefs, evading the police, been going crazy from the day he got released. Cause now he's in a Cali weed, grab a leaf, cocaine, Hennessy, robberies, bank fraud, OT, enemies. He fuck with Aaliyah, fuck Elisa, Stephanie. And he got some cases we don't know if he can ever be. And he look at us like we some people he can never be. We should've never made our youngest hold at 17. All I ever wanted was for you to be a better you. All I ever wanted was for you to be a better me. Fuck about salary, just started smoking celery. Started recreationally, but now they do it medically. It's weighing on me, that shit weighing on me heavily. I think about it regularly. Josiah's in the jailhouse, in penitentiary on charges. How my young boy so different, I don't know, but I pray God guide him. How my young boy so different, I don't know, but I pray.
That was fantastic. That was excellent. Josiah got his song. I don't know if it's necessarily what he wanted. Gonna let it play through now to Fairchild.
I feel sick to my stomach, cause when I listen back, driver was acting all forward, I should've drawn a line. She wasn't worried about it, it happens all the time. All the time, said it happens all the time. A little conversation, that's just all it is. Ask a couple questions and he'll call it quits. He ain't even have to ask her where she lives. She was headed to this venue with a couple friends, and I was working late, said I'd collect her when the party ends. She got into this no phone party. You know the ones where guys have their phones and all the women there don't. I threw one of them last week, so I don't wanna speak. But when I think about this shit, it cuts deep. You see, Tamar, she like my little sis. So when I asked her to explain to me the story, she said this. I caught a vibe with a guy and they're from the off, but something was off. Offered me pills and offered me shots and off of my head. Couldn't even say if I was sober or off of my head. I could've danced for days, wouldn't have been no surprise. But it kinda is, she busy throwing up. He's trying to take her to the crib, but that's the culture of the club, right? All games fair, and if she don't like it, why she there? These times she just wanna go home. But she don't wanna go alone with no battery on her phone, and all her friends are trying to stay. Cause they're going to somebody's after party in a house that's out the way, and then she blacked out. She was gonna leave with them, but something felt off and then she backed out. When I heard about the time she tried to make her home alone, she said,
At Archway, I got out the car. It's quiet and I'm walking up this long hill. Faint sound, cold chills. I swear I just heard a familiar voice. Inside of the club, outside of the club. Was it that first cab? I swear I know the voice. Think fast, that's my only choice. He's coming up, I hear him running up. I ran and I tripped, I fell and I buckled. My belt in a buckle, my keys in my knuckles. He's grabbing my hair, I'm screaming to stop. I'm hitting him hard, it's turning him on. The burning is gone, my body is so cold. I'm frozen in fear, accepting my fate. His hands on my waist, I think that I threw my keys in his face. I ran and he chased, I stumbled on a group of three that were leaving. I ran towards them, didn't notice that my feet, they were bleeding. And that's when I called, praying that you be there recording. The only person that I know who's up at 3 in the morning. I sound mad, but if you ain't a girl, I guess you don't know the feeling of watching what you wear because you're worried about making it home. Walking with your phone to your ear and you ain't on the phone. Can't walk on the same side of the pavement alone. Everyone's a fucking good guy and they're making it known, but I'm just making it known that if you ain't a girl, I guess you don't know the feeling of checking the child lock or seeing the air tag. A 5-minute walk home feeling like 5 miles. Maybe if these people would police our cities where they police our bodies, then maybe fucking hell. Maybe every woman that I know wouldn't be stuck as well. Danger doesn't look like no killer in a mask. It looks like that flirty cab driver and guys that feel entitled cause you're standing in a section. Short-tempered men, the ones that struggle with rejection. I knew a girl called that was in so deep she thought violence was affection. I know some women wouldn't want a man's help because so many of them want the same reward for their protection. Danger doesn't look like no killer in a mask. It looks like that kid in the group chat that jokes about, and he won't ever stop because there's no one to correct him. And he might even do it cause the system would protect him. Algorithm gonna find some people just like him. They hate women too, okay, yeah, fuck it, let's connect him. Homicidal, femicidal shit on their suggested. Somebody just asked you on a date, it was your dentist. He just went downstairs and got your number from reception. Used to be nice, said I remind him of his little girl. 2 weeks later, he wants a sexual connection. Danger doesn't look like no killer in a mask. Who you even talking to? Women hunted down by the people they say reported to. Honestly, I wouldn't have the solitude or fortitude. Try and humanize you, she could be somebody's daughter. No man aside, the femicide, the cat calls, the long stares, the kind words, the lines blurred. Call her out, impersonate her. Who know a victim, don't know a perpetrator. Am I one of them, the men of the past, who catcalled? I spoke in the bars, I'm complicit, no better than you. I told stories, got sit on the fence, there's hardly an option. You either part of the solution or part of the problem.
Incredible, man. Shout out to Nicole Black for her performance. That was incredibly powerful. Track 10, The Boy Who Played the Harp.
Cause what am I doing in this generation? Afraid to speak, I don't wanna risk in my occupation. We got kids under occupation. Our parents, they wouldn't get that. The people that died for our freedom spoke on justice, couldn't accept that. I talk about the money in all my accounts, so why don't I speak on the West Bank? Remember, growing up prejudiced, the damage 7/7 did. Extremists and terrorists, I was afraid of the Taliban. Can't speak out on illegal settlers, now I'm afraid of a shadow ban. What would I do in the next generation? Critiquing African leaders for selling our country's natural resources to the West for peanuts. If they don't hear, they'll feel us. I question what I'm alive for. And can you say you're alive if you ain't got something you're willing to die for? What am I willing to die for? What am I doing in this generation? I get in my head sometimes. I feel like I'm in despair. That feeling of total powerlessness. I get that sinking feeling that good ain't defeating evil. I put their pain on vinyl, but feel like that shit ain't moving a needle. Retweeting people, raising awareness. In all fairness, ain't gonna bring Chris back to his parents, but there's no other option. It's a process, gotta stand and protest. Cause they want man silenced, cause they want man dead, or they want man hopeless. In the next generation, I spoke with my ancestors in the night and I showed them. They spoke with tears in their eyes for the brothers they lost and said it was progress. How can it be progress? I asked them, confused, disgusted. They said, David, just so you could fight this, you know how much suffering touched us. And you got a chance, we come from a time and a place where you couldn't get justice. Had to find peace in the fact that we all answer to the one that we trust in. And in our generation, we did do peaceful protests just like you. Burnt buildings just like you. Did boycotts just like you. Sat in a hostel powerless, did feel powerless just like you. And I know that it may sound strange, but we made some change and we're just like you. I know that you question your character. I know that you suffer in silence. I know that it don't feel right when you go to the club in Victoria Island. Cause how can you dance in a club there's 100 people begging outside it? I know the sins of your father. I know that you're desperate to fight them. So step in your purpose. Speak for your people, share all your secrets. Expose your emotions. You might not see, but there's people that need it, never demand it. And if God can grant it, manifest it and receive it. Your name is David, and that covenant's sacred. You got a promise, so keep it, deep it. That man talking the thing, but I bleed it. Man wanna speak on the scene, but I've seen it. Tried in the fire, but I get some anointed. Kano passed me the torch, I received it. God told me I'm the one, I believed it. Shout hollow man, cause he helped me achieve it. I'm the youngest of my brothers. Father, he's the burden on our mothers. Give these niggas money, see their colors. Don't mix me with them, I'm not the one. Grind and miss the summer when it comes. I'm Abraham, I sacrificed the son. Where I'm from, they sacrifice the son. Hold up, I ain't finished, I ain't done. My ancestors.
This feels like an album where Dave is finding himself. And it's interesting that it seems to be following this pattern of artists that I've grown up with or that have been big as I'm growing up. That's like Dave, Kendrick Lamar, Tyler the Creator, and they're all now. You've had Kendrick with Mr. Morale, Tyler with Chromacopia, and now Dave with this album, where it feels like a shift in consciousness. I really like the album. I still back what I said earlier in the reaction that I think this is gonna be a real mixed reception. I think there'll be a lot of people that just don't get it and they want a different type of sound from Dave. But I think there'll also be a lot of people that appreciate it and see it for what it is. Thank you so much for listening with me. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I'll see you on the next one.